Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. This is Nuzhat Sana, and in today's session we will be discussing the most important current affairs for 20th and 21st of October 2024. These are some of the important keywords that we will be covering in today's session. For example, we'll talk about SCO-Summit. IAF-World-Space-Award has been presented to which important personality? MQ-9B Predator drones belong to which country, and which country is purchasing it as well? International Day for the Eradication of Poverty is celebrated on which date? Hellfire-Missiles belong to which country? Polycrisis Report 2024, what are the important points? Global-Standards-Symposium. Then Lamlai-Festival is celebrated by which Indian state? Samarth-Scheme and Proba 3 mission. Okay. Today we'll be doing overall 20 questions, so that's why we are skipping the revision part. Okay. And also let me show you one more thing. Here you can see there is a comment from Muhammad Arshad Ali, and he has said that good morning madam, I got job in SA Social Studies. I'm from Telangana state. I follow your current affairs classes regularly. Thanks madam. So this is a very beautiful comment. Thank you so much for this positive feedback from your side, and also best of luck for your upcoming life. My good wishes are always with you. Okay. So now we're starting with the session. The first question is, which city hosted the SCO-Summit recently? The correct answer is A option, Islamabad. Islamabad actually hosted the 23rd edition of the SCO Council of Heads of Government on 16th of October 2024, and Pakistan here chaired the meeting. Focus is on trade and economic cooperation. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar led the Indian delegation, and it marks a crucial diplomatic event with the leaders from China, India, Russia and Central Asian nations. So this summit aims to address the ongoing tensions, particularly between India and Pakistan, promoting the multilateral dialogue. If we talk about the SCO, this body was formed in 2001, and it has evolved into a major platform for addressing the security and economic issues in across Eurasia, making this summit particularly significant for all the participating nations. Okay, so Islamabad city has hosted the SCO summit recently. Okay, now if you talk about the SCO, what is the full form? First of all, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. In which year was the Shanghai Cooperation Organization officially founded? It was founded in 2001, right? Moving to the next question, which Indian recently received the IAF-World-Space-Award for the Chandrayaan-3 mission? The correct answer here is Dr. S. Somnath. Who is he? He is the chairman of ISRO, right? And recently he was honored with the International Astronautical Federation World Space Award for the success of Chandrayaan-3 mission. This award was presented to him in Italy, recognizing India's achievements in terms of space exploration. And if we talk about Chandrayaan-3 mission, it made a historic landing near the south pole of the moon on 23rd of August 2023, and now every year we celebrate 23rd of August as the National Space Day, right? So India became the first nation to land near the moon's south pole and joined an allied group that is capable of lunar landings. This award highlighted India's growing role in the global space community. Fine. So Dr. S. Somnath, who is the chairman of ISRO, received the International Astronautical Federation World Space Award for the Chandrayaan-3 mission, right? Moving to question number 3. What is the primary purpose of MQ-9B Predator drones recently acquired by India from the US? So basically India has acquired 31 MQ-9B Predator drones from the country US for surveillance and reconnaissance purpose. Okay. So these drones are made by General Atomics, and they can be used for anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare. They can fly over 40,000 feet and stay airborne for up to 40 hours, providing real-time information. So this deal includes a maintenance, repair and overhaul facility in India, boosting the capabilities of Indian Navy and Indian Air Force, right? So what is the primary purpose of these type of MQ-9B Predator drones? Answer is surveillance and reconnaissance. India is acquiring it from the country US. Okay. Talking about these drones, what is the primary role of MQ-9B Predator drone in a military operation? Obviously, answer is surveillance and reconnaissance. And which military force is the largest operator of MQ-9B Predator drones globally? These are obviously US Air Force. Okay. Question number 4 is, Which day is observed as International Day for the Eradication of Poverty? So International Day for the Eradication of Poverty is observed every year on 17th of October, and purpose here is to raise awareness about the need to eliminate poverty in all of its forms. So this day encourages the efforts to create a more just, inclusive and equitable world. Special attention is given to the people who are living in extreme poverty. Okay, so we observe the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty on 17th of October. Okay, coming to question number 5. Hellfire-Missiles which were seen in the news are developed by which country? The correct answer is USA. Once again, why it came into news? Because India has signed a deal with the US to buy 170 AGM-114 Hellfire-Missiles, and these type of missile is a laser guided short range air to ground missile which are used by the US military and 30 of the allies. So it was developed by USA in the year 1972 to counter the Soviet tanks, and it is used against the armored vehicles, radar systems, helicopters and more. So Hellfire missiles are used on unmanned aerial vehicles like the Predator and the Reaper drones. Okay, so Hellfire missiles are developed by the country USA. Fine. Moving to question number 6. Which organization recently released the Pathways-out-of-the-Polycrisis, Poverty, Prosperity and Planet Report 2024? This report is given by World Bank, and this report basically highlights the challenges in the economic development. Global poverty reduction has nearly stalled over the past 5 years due to the polycrisis. And what do you understand by the term polycrisis? Polycrisis actually refers to multiple overlapping crises like slow growth, climate risk and uncertainty. Extreme poverty is projected at 7.3% in 2030, which is far from the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal target of eliminating it. So the global prosperity gap has widened with income growth slowing since the pandemic. In India, extreme poverty has dropped from 431 million in 1990 to 129 million in 2024. Okay, simply you have to remember that this report is given by World Bank. Headquarter of World Bank lies in Washington DC. Headquarter of IMF lies in Washington DC. United Nations Development Program headquarter lies in New York, and the headquarters of UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, lies in Kenya. Okay. Question number 7 is, where was the 5th edition of Global-Standards-Symposium inaugurated? Correct answer here is A option, New Delhi. This is the 5th edition of Global-Standards-Symposium that was inaugurated by Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia in New Delhi. It is a kind of historic event for the Asia Pacific region, and it is organized by the ITU. ITU stands for International Telecommunication Union. Okay, so around 1500 policy makers and the global ministers attended this event to discuss the future of the digital transformation, and the symposium focused on the critical role of international standards in enabling the emerging technologies. So GSS 24 actually sets the agenda for the WTSA 2024. What is WTSA? World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly, which is being hosted in India for the first time, and it marks a significant moment for the Asia Pacific region. Okay, so 5th edition of Global Standard Symposium has been inaugurated in New Delhi. Talking about ITU, ITU was founded in the year 1865, and what is the main role of ITU? Main role is to coordinate the global telecommunication standard. Okay. Question number 8 is, which state recently celebrated the Lamlai-Festival? The correct answer here is A option, Manipur. Basically, the Maring community in Manipur state celebrated the annual Lamlai pre-harvest festival, and this festival began with the traditional Khosab, or you can say war dance procession through the village. It is significant for the Maring tribe, honoring the ancestors and promoting unity. Villagers clean their surroundings, including the drains, roads and pathways during the celebration, and this festival marks the start of the preparations for the harvest season. Okay, simply you have to remember that Lamlai-Festival is celebrated in the state of Manipur. And if we talk about the Maring tribe, which region predominantly houses the Maring tribe? So they are predominantly found in the state of Manipur. What is the traditional dance associated with the Maring tribes festival? It is the Khosab. Okay. Question number 9 is, which company has manufactured India's first indigenous high-speed train? The correct answer is C option, Bharat Earth Movers Limited. So BEML has manufactured India's first indigenous high-speed train with a peak speed of 280 kilometers per hour. It was founded in 1964 with the assistance of Soviet Union, and BEML was initially fully owned by the Indian government. Headquarters lies in Bangalore, and it manufactures heavy equipment for earth moving, railways, transport and the mining sectors. The government divested 25% of its holdings in the year 1992, and further strategic disinvestment of 26% took place with management control transfer. BEML is the Asia's second largest manufacturer of earth moving equipment. Okay, so BEML has manufactured India's first indigenous high speed train. Okay, you can be asked that when was BEML established and with whose assistance. So it was established in 1964 with the assistance of Soviet Union, and the headquarters of BEML lies in Bangalore, India. Okay, question number 10 is Samarth-Scheme recently extended for 2 years, focuses on skill development in which sector? The correct answer is B option, textile. Samarth-Scheme is a government initiative, the aim of which is to enhance the skill development in the textile sector with a budget of 495 crore rupees for financial year 2024 to 2025 and 2025 to 2026, and it aims to train 3 lakh individuals, focusing on the job creation in organized textile industries while excluding the spinning and weaving. Okay, so this program also emphasizes upskilling existing workers and supports the traditional textile sectors such as handloom and handicraft with a significant focus on women's employment, training 2.89 lakh women up to date. Okay, so here you have to remember that Samarth-Scheme focuses on skill development in the textile sector, and recently it has been extended for 2 years. Okay, what year did the Indian government launch the Samarth-Scheme? So it was launched in 2017. And which ministry is primarily responsible for the Samarth-Scheme? So that is Ministry of Textile. What is the main objective of Samarth-Scheme? So main objective is skill development in textile. Okay, moving to the next question. Which national park recently emerged as India's second butterfly diversity hub? This is A option, Kaziranga National Park. Here more than 446 butterfly species have been recorded, making it the second highest in India after Namdapha National Park. Okay, what is the location of Namdapha National Park? It lies in Arunachal Pradesh. Kaziranga is located in Assam's Golaghat and Nagaon district. It is the largest undisturbed area in the Brahmaputra Valley floodplain. This park was declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 1985, and the Difalu River flows through the core tiger habitat, while the Mora Difalu River runs along its southern boundary. Okay, so Kaziranga National Park emerged as India's second butterfly diversity hub. Okay, now your questions you can be asked are, in which year was the Kaziranga National Park designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site? This is the year 1985. Which 2 rivers run through or along Kaziranga National Park? These are the Difalu and the Mora Difalu rivers. Fine. Question number 12 is, which city is the host of 7th session of International Solar Alliance Assembly? The correct answer is B option, New Delhi. Basically, the curtain raiser event for the 7th session of International Solar Alliance Assembly was hosted in New Delhi, and this session will be held from 3rd to 6th of November 2024 at Bharat Mandapam. Basically, it took place under the presidency of India and the co-presidency of France. If we talk about ISA Assembly, it is the decision-making body of International Solar Alliance, representing all the member countries, and it discusses the implementation of the framework of International Solar Alliance, selects the Director General, and it approves the budget. Also, it examines the solar energy program. Currently, ISA has 120 signatory countries with 102 as the full-time members. India holds its presidency and France country is the co-president. Fine. So, New Delhi is the host for the 7th session of International Solar Alliance Assembly, right? The questions you can be asked are, when was the International Solar Alliance officially launched? It was launched in November 2015. Which 2 countries initially proposed the establishment of the International Solar Alliance? These 2 countries are India and France. What is the main objective of International Solar Alliance? Basic objective is to promote solar energy deployment worldwide. Okay. Next is Mera Ho Chongba festival has been celebrated in which Indian state? The correct answer is B option, Manipur. Manipur celebrated the Mera Ho Chongba festival. It is a kind of cultural event that symbolizes the state's commitment to unity between its hill and the valley communities. It is observed annually on the 15th lunar day of the Mera month in the Meitei calendar. Okay, so this event began with a flag hoisting ceremony. Traditional rituals were performed at the Kangla Uttra, and participants from remote hill areas also joined, exchanged the gifts and showcased the cultural dances. Okay, so Mera Ho Chongba festival has been celebrated in the state of Manipur. Question number 14 is which organization recently released a report titled as Agriculture and Conservation? This report is given by IUCN. The report explores the complex relationship in between agriculture and biodiversity conservation. Agriculture directly threatens 34% of the species on the IUCN Red List due to habitat conversion to croplands, pasture lands, plantations and irrigation. So indirect threats here include invasive species, nutrient loading, soil erosion, agrochemicals and climate change. Basically, on the positive side, agriculture provides habitat for about 17% of the species on the IUCN Red List. Fine. Simply we have to remember that Agriculture and Conservation report is released by IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature. Okay. Question number 15 is what is the primary objective of the Proba 3 mission by the European Space Agency? Basic objective is to create an artificial eclipse for detailed observation of the corona of the sun. The Proba 3 mission is led by European Space Agency and it is scheduled for its launch in November 2024. Basic aim here is to create an artificial eclipse using two coordinated satellites, and this innovative approach allows for detailed observation of the sun's corona, which is usually obscured by the sun's brightness. So this mission will demonstrate advanced formation flying technology, and it would enhance our understanding of the solar phenomena such as solar flares, which can impact the space weather and satellite operations on Earth. And this collaboration involves various European countries and the Indian Space Research Organization. Okay, so basic objective of Proba 3 mission is to create an artificial eclipse for detailed observation of the sun's corona, and this mission belongs to European Space Agency. Okay, in which year was this agency established? It was established in 1975. Headquarters of European Space Agency lies in Paris, France. Okay. Question number 16 is recently the 8th edition of India Mobile Congress was held in which Indian city? The correct answer is C option, New Delhi. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 8th edition of India Mobile Congress at Bharat Mandapam during the WTSA means World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly of 2024, and this event was organized by the Department of Telecommunications that works under Union Ministry of Communication and the Cellular Operator Association of India. Okay, so it highlighted India's innovation in quantum technology, circular economy, 6G, 5G use cases, Internet of Things and cyber security. So more than 500 exhibitors and about 900 startups participated from over 120 countries, and the Congress featured over 900 technology sessions and discussions with over 600 speakers. So India Mobile Congress is Asia's largest digital technology forum showcasing cutting edge solutions and services. Fine. So the 8th edition of India Mobile Congress was held in New Delhi. Fine. Next is where was India's first airport based self-powered indoor air quality monitoring facility inaugurated? This is Thiruvananthapuram. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh unveiled Pavan Chitra, which is India's first self-powered indoor air quality monitoring facility at Thiruvananthapuram Airport. It is a kind of off-grid monitor which is powered by indigenous indoor solar cells developed by CSIR NIIST. NIIST stands for National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, using the local material. So the air quality monitor features multiple sensors that measure temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and volatile organic compounds. Not only this, also it calculates the air quality index with all the measurements displayed on a single screen. NIST is developing an application that will allow the users to view the readings on the smartphones and public display screens at the airport. Okay, so India's first airport-based self-powered indoor air quality monitoring facility has been inaugurated at Thiruvananthapuram. Moving to the next question, which coal company became the first to open 4 Amrit pharmacies for affordable and accessible health care? This is B option, South Eastern Coalfields Limited. It is the subsidiary of Coal India, and recently it inaugurated India's 216th number of Amrit Pharmacy in Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. And SCL is now the first coal company to operate 4 Amrit pharmacies. Amrit pharmacies provide generic and life-saving branded drugs, implants and surgical consumables at subsidized rate. If we talk about Amrit, it was launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2015 and it supports universal healthcare goals. Also, it complements schemes like Ayushman Bharat to ensure the affordable healthcare access. Okay, so South Eastern Coalfields Limited recently became the first to open the 4 Amrit pharmacies for affordable and accessible healthcare, and it is the subsidiary of Coal India. Okay. Now, when was the South Eastern Coalfields Limited established? It was established in 1985. Where is the headquarters of it located? Headquarters lies in Bilaspur in Chhattisgarh, and the primary product of South Eastern Coalfields Limited is coal. Okay. Question number 19 here is, which of the following countries are a member of the 5 Keys Alliance? The correct answer is A option, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK and the US. Okay. Basically, this 5 Eyes Alliance is an intelligence sharing group comprising of US, UK, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. And why it came into news? Because recently they have requested India to cooperate with its legal process as they have supported the country Canada. So this alliance is a multilateral intelligence sharing network among 5 English speaking countries, and it was formed after World War II based on the UK-USA agreement of 1946. This alliance is known for global surveillance using satellites, telephone networks and fiber optic cables. Fine. So 5 Eyes Alliance consists of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK and the US. Fine. Coming to last question. According to recent study, which 2 countries have the world's worst internet freedom? These 2 countries are Myanmar and China. China is placed at last position in this index, which is given by Freedom House, and this report examined internet freedom from June 2023 up to May 2024 based on access obstacles, content limits and user rights violation. So China shared this rank along with Myanmar, both scoring 9 out of 100, which is the lowest among all the countries. China intensified the efforts to isolate its domestic internet from the global network. So Chinese government blocked the international website access and imposed heavy fines on the VPN users. Okay, so as per the recent study, here D is missing. The 2 countries, Myanmar and China, have the world's worst internet freedom. Okay, so these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. I hope you have liked the session. At last, I'd like to give you some homework, and today the homework is related to national news. Please read each of the questions carefully and try to answer them in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. And now, before concluding, let me again remind you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. So if you want the PDF of the lecture, you can subscribe to that course by paying a very nominal fees. So now we will be meeting tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.